Okay, so who likes to party? I know I do. I think everybody enjoys a little drink here and there from time to time. We don't always think about the negative effects that alcohol might actually have on our health and on society. We go out, we have one drink, maybe two, maybe eight, and then the drink takes us. Drinking can be fun. Go out with your friends, out at a party or a restaurant, just somewhere out socially. Drinking, it can help us to feel loose and carefree, but it can have negative effects on our health that we don't always think about, and it can even lead to death. Alcohol can go from a social and fun thing to do to actually developing into a problem. It can be detrimental to our lives. It can change everything. And I know what you're all thinking. How can a drink take me? What's the harm in having just a drink? And it doesn't always happen to all of us, but for some, we cross that line into alcoholism. And then it's no longer just having a drink. It's more of like needing that drink or thinking that you need that drink. There is a book called Alcoholics Anonymous, and it's written by Bill W., and it has several different stories on there about alcoholism. They're written by people just like you and me, and it's about all their experiences and things that they went through and how they got help. And I don't have a PhD, and I don't have any degree at that matter. But I do come from a long line of alcoholics, and I've seen from experience the effects that alcohol can have on your life. I've seen people lose everything, and it can actually be quite sad, so I can speak from experience. Drinking is one of the most social and fun things to do in America. But it does it's one of the leading causes of accidents and death, and cause for health problems. So today I want to go over a couple of things. One, how alcohol starts out as a social and fun thing to do. Two, how it can actually change into alcoholism, the transition. And three, the effects that it might have on your mind, your body, and on society. So first let's talk about the fun and social part. So you go out with your friends and you have a couple drinks and everybody's having fun and laughing. Alcohol gives us this euphoric feeling. It releases hormones in our brain called dopamine and serotonin. That gives us that happy feeling, just a little extra. Helps us come out of our bubble. I like to call it liquid courage. Now let's talk about how it can lead into alcoholism. First, you might notice that you're thinking about drinking a little bit more. And then you realize that you need a little bit more to get that desired effect that you're looking for. So now you're drinking more than you would before. You might notice, you may or may not notice changes in your behavior and your relationships. But sometimes it gets to that point to where instead of worrying about it or feeling that concern, you just take a drink and you might feel better. And then you might start waking up wanting to drink, waking up thinking about it, or actually feeling sick when you don't have a drink. Some people develop shakes. You can get the jitters, hot flashes, sweatiness. There's so many different symptoms that you might have when you develop alcoholism, and those are actually from WebMD. And last, I would like to cover some of the effects that it might have on your mind, your body, and on society. On your mind, alcohol at first is just fun, makes us feel laughy, giddy, happy. Sometimes it can actually make us get angry or upset. There's lots of different emotions that it can have, but it actually can cause a lot of emotional issues. It can cause memory loss, memory issues. It can increase our risk for dementia, amongst other things. On our body, it can be very damaging to our health. It can increase our risk for heart disease, liver disease. It can cause digestive issues, blood pressure issues, increase our risk for stroke. It's also a cause for 95,000 deaths in the United States every year. And that's from the National Institute on Alcohol Abuse and Alcoholism. You can also develop a wet brain, which is a form of brain damage. Can be reversed, sometimes not. 32 people die a day due to alcohol-related crashes. That is straight from the CDC. And I can go on and on and on. And I can talk about this all day. How much alcohol can actually can change our lives. But my goal was to inform you of how it can start off as something social and fun and turn into an uncontrollable desire. So now that I've gone over the fun and social part of drinking alcohol, how it can change into alcoholism, and the effects that it might have on our mind, our body, and on society, I would like to leave you with this quote. It's from Lamine Pearlhart, and she says, "I don't need alcohol to see the world in its depths. I carry the sun in me."